I don't know. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna cut a hole in the side of this truck. I'm a little nervous about it. But, as you know, we tow the camper with this and the kids ride back here. We've got some Ford Transit seats mounted in the back, and I'll take you in just a minute and show you. But they can't see too good out of this truck because there's no side windows. They can see out of the front a little bit, but they just really can't see that well. So I got on eBay, found a company that apparently strips out campers, and found this is the inside frame. But anyway, I found a couple used camper windows that happen to be the same wall thickness as this sleeper wall. So this is going to be on the inside, but this is about the size of window that I'm going to put in the side of the sleeper. That's going to give them plenty of room to see, and hopefully they'll be able to see the country like we can, if not better. So I've got the windows inside. They are the what's it called, frameless windows, and it's basically the same as any other RV window that I can tell. You've got your inner trim and there's holes in this. This will go on the inside just like this, and your other window will go on the outside, and you'll run screws in through here into the window, and that'll sandwich it together. And we'll get some butyl tape and caulk around it, put that on there and sandwich it up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about it because it's kind of a one-shot deal. I ordered some Milwaukee metal cutting blades, 5 3/8 I think, so that should be plenty to go through the 2 1/4 inch wall. So I've got the inside tore out right now because I wanted to see what was behind this piece. This is what I put in here when I tore out the sleeper. I didn't, well, actually the fabric wall that was in here only came down to right along in here, however high the bunk was. But you know, I tore all that out a year or two ago, and then I went back with this. This is just Luan with linoleum glued to it, and I put some staples around the border. But I will put this back before I cut the wall out. But I couldn't remember what the wall looked like on the inside, and some of these were actually, some of these sleepers from the factory came with the wall was made to fit a certain window, and I looked into some of those windows, but they were kind of small and a lot more expensive. So what I'm going to do is cut all of this plate out, cut this vent window out, and come down and cut this little stud right here, I guess. Cut a little bit of that off, and so yeah, that's basically going to be it. And that's what the inside of the sleeper wall looks like. But here's basically the setup. Right now I got the seats pulled out so I could get in here. And I'm going to do one side and put this side back. Well, I'm going to put this in before I cut it so that I cut everything at the same time and everything the same size. But then I'll put this side back together, put the seats back in place, and then I'll move those seats over here. This is a tricky part. There we go. It went back in easier than it come out. That's for sure. got this little pick here that the tip's bent on. I'll set it down there with the bend toward the wall. Yeah, making a real nice line. I'm gonna take my Sharpie and go over that mark so I can see it better. All right, this is it. It's not a good time to mess this up. Well, that's it. There's a hole in the side of the truck. All right, so here's the window. It's just a single pane, tinted glass window, and I'm going to assume that that's the bottom right there, since it's got this rubber piece and the seams right there. Now there shouldn't be any drain holes in this, or I don't see any drain holes like a normal camper window with the frame on the outside has drains in the bottom. These do not, that I see. So I'm just going to assume that that rubber piece goes on the bottom, and there is a seam right there, so I'm going to put that down. Well, how about that? That is gonna look really nice, I think. I may have to get some help to get the screws started. I'll cut some pieces of wood to go in here to take out some of this flimsiness, because I feel like when that sandwich is down, it's not going to pull, it's not going to squeeze the butyl tape very good. Alright, so I ripped a 2x4 down to 1 7/8, so it'll fit right in there, nice and snug. I put one across the top. I need to cut a couple more. Is that all the way in?
I guess.
Okay, you can let go now.
Sure.
Yep. Thank you. I'm not completely tightening these up yet. I'm just getting them all started, getting everything seated. And then I'll go back over them 2 or 3 times and slowly pull everything down. Because we're also trying to get that caulking to squeeze together and to squirt out and make a good seal. You just want to keep going over these a little bit at a time, back and forth. Just keep tightening it down, and you'll slowly gain a little bit at a time. All right. So there you go, guys. Needs a little cleaning, but I cleaned the seal area with rubbing alcohol on both surfaces. Cleaned the glass seal surface and the outer surface on the cab. with rubbing alcohol. Got those good and clean. And I didn't clean the window while it was out because I figured it would get dirty anyway during installation. But I'm really pleased with this. Everything pulled up real nice. Little gap in the corners right here, but that ain't bad. If I wanted to, I could come in right here with another screw, and I may do that because it just goes right in this groove right here, and then there's a groove inside of that window right there to help line everything up. So I might do that. I might put a screw there and there, but those pulled up pretty good. But let's take a look on the outside. All right, so you can see the butyl tape right there. Looks like it pushed out. Got a good squeeze on it. Yep, pushed out a little bit at the top. And as high up as that is, I may just kind of push it down a little bit, but I'm not going to pull that out. I'm going to leave that in there. Push this back in. Just kind of knead it back in there. So there we go. I don't know, I might should have put this at the top, but the frame seal was, the joint was right there, so I figured that would be best at the bottom. But I'm pleased with that. I think it looks really good. Kids is gonna be able to see out real well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and I ain't no need in showing y'all that and going over all that again. But I think that turned out really well, and I'm happy with it. And stay tuned for future videos. We're getting ready to go to Florida in March, so we're getting everything ready. And I know some of you guys have subscribed for the camping content, and this time of year we don't do a lot of camping, so it's been a lot more firewood and equipment type stuff. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you hadn't already, go down and subscribe. We sure would appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.